Chapter. Tonight we have with us Pastor Ron Sinclair from Bridgeport Community Church to do the invocation.
Let's pray. Light of light, light of life, light of love. We ask that as we gather here tonight, you'll enlighten us, that you'll give us enough light to see how we can best serve this community as leaders and citizens, that you'll help us, even in our strong convictions, to have compassion, and that the decisions we make here tonight will benefit your creation, people that you love, and that all of this will honor you. And we ask this in the name of the Prince of Peace. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. You rise now for the pledge. Bill, you want to lead us tonight?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, do a roll call, please.
Gutierrez. Here. Bayer is absent. Wilson.
Here.
Secord.
Here.
Thomason.
Here.
Miller. Here. Williams.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Next, we have the adoption of the agenda. Before we go there, I'd like to take a look at the agenda number 8, closed session, and remove that. Okay, so now I can get a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the adoption of the agenda with the removing the closed session, which is number 8.
Support.
It's been made and supported to approve the agenda with the exception of number 8, closed session, being removed. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion's carried.
Thank you. Next, we have approval of the minutes of the November 3rd, 2015 regular meeting. Not everybody at once.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of November 3rd, 2015, regular meeting as presented. Support.
Thank you. Motion been made and supported to approve the minutes from the November 3rd, 2015 board meeting. Any questions? Everybody had a chance to review it? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion is carried.
Thank you. Special orders, have none. Next, we have public comment. If you'd like to make public comment, please come up to the podium.
Good evening. I'm Cheryl Hansel, the County Commissioner. I'm here to wish you happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, a closing to another year. Cannot believe it, but end of almost 2015 is upon us. I also came to thank you for hosting our intergovernmental committee meeting here on November 9th. Thanks, Rose, for your hospitality, and thanks for almost your entire board for attending that meeting. We've had 4 of those meetings throughout the county, and yours, the one that we hosted here, was the one that had the best attendance. So I'm going to take a little bit of credit for that. I'll tell you how that meeting came about. Is about 6-8 months ago, we sent out a questionnaire to all the elected officials in Saginaw County, your board, the school board, the villages, all the townships, and we asked you some questions. We asked you what your concerns were, what we could do to work together better, what we could do as a county, do for you as a township, and the number one thing that came back on all of those results was roads. Roads and bridges. It's what every township wanted to talk about. It's what everybody's concerned about. It's what all of our constituents are concerned about. And all elected officials had the same worried, is that there's not enough money to fix our roads. So that brought about the meeting that we had here, which we had the road commission in attendance. And all we are trying to do is to figure out how we can fix the roads in Saginaw County. And we are a long ways from putting that on the ballot. I know you hear that all the time. You hear it on the news, you read it in the paper. We're a long ways from putting that on the ballot. All we're doing is gathering information from you, our townships, from you, our people that would possibly vote on it. Our next move is we're going to go to a couple of counties who already have it. They have it in place, and we're going to see how they got there and how they are fixing their roads. I thought the most interesting thing that came out of that meeting last night, or that night, was what's going on in Lansing. Because I thought when they did the roads package in Lansing, that was going to fix all of us. And that you here in Bridgeport Township could possibly get a check in the mail. But we found out that night that's not going to happen. So we're still looking at it. The Board of Commissioners, myself, and my 10 other fellow commissioners will be voting probably in March or early April on whether you're going to see it on the ballot in August. I will definitely be back here. The next time I come back, I will be asking for what Bridgeport's opinion is. Do you want to see that on the ballot or not? And Augie's just smiling at me there, but you know, that's why I come to these meetings. I like to know what you're thinking. I like to know what want me to do and what you want me as your representative to vote on. So I wanted to say again, thank you, Bridgeport, for hosting District 7, and it was the best meeting we've had so far. We got one more, but it's the best meeting we've had so far. Things are great at the county. We're in our 3rd month of our budget. So we're still doing very well. Our fiscal year starts October 1st. We have now settled 14 of our 16 bargaining contracts. We have over 700 employees, and 99% of them are in a union, and there's 16 different unions in the county. So it's a lot of work. They all expired on September 30th, so we still have 2 more to go. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you that we have balanced our budget by only giving our employees a 1% increase this year. And on top of that, we asked them to pay more for their health care. So our balanced budget is because of our great employees. If you know anybody that works for the county, you need to personally thank them and shake their hand and say, thanks for not raising my taxes and thanks for not raising our fees. Because that's what we had to do at the county. It wasn't an easy thing and it wasn't a pleasant thing to do. Also, I want to apologize. I'm thanking you and apologizing all in the same statement here. I have to leave a little early tonight. I love to stay for the whole meeting, but there's a meeting tonight with all of the fire chiefs, and they have some major concerns that they want to bring to a couple of commissioners' attention. So I'm going to be leaving early to attend that meeting. I see your chief has already probably gone to the meeting, but I'm always available. I want to commend you on the great event you had in Bridgeport today. What a wonderful, wonderful facility that Comfort Care is. It was my first time there, and it's just a great operation. It's great for us surrounding areas, and I just commend what you people are doing here in Bridgeport. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Some of the issues that were raised at that meeting, if I can just expand a little bit on what Cheryl was talking about. The legislature passed a so-called road bill, and it's going to raise some taxes on gas, it's going to raise the registration rates, and along with that, they're talking about taking $600 million from the general fund to fund roads, and the whole thing is going to start at 2020 or something by the time they finally get any money. And the scary part about it is that once they take $600 million out of the general fund, who's not going to get funded? And my concern, our concern, whatever, is that it's going to be the cities and the townships and that kind of thing, along with many others, that's going to suffer. So it was stated that as the economy grows, more money will be coming in, and the smoke and the mirrors, and all of a sudden it'll be there. But right now it's a concern. So at any rate, again, thank you, Cheryl. Would anyone else like to make a public comment?
Hi, my name is Denise Rush. I am the water clerk here at the township. Tonight, we are voting on a contract for the Bridgeport Township Employee Association, and I have some handouts, if I may just present these to you. Thank you very much.
Anyone else like to make a public comment? Again, anyone else like to make a public comment? And one more time, anyone like to make a public comment? Hearing none, public comments are now closed. Committee reports on new business went to new business. Fiscal year 2016 Water Department budget.
I'll make a motion to adopt the fiscal year 2016 Water Department budget as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported to adopt the 2016, fiscal year 2016 Water Department budget. Everyone's had an opportunity to review it. Do you have any questions at all? Hearing none, could we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Williams?
Yes.
Miller, yes. Thayer is absent. Wilson?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Secord?
Yes.
Townsend?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you. Next, we have the fiscal year 2016 wastewater department budget.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the 2016 fiscal year wastewater department budget as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported to adopt the fiscal year 2016 wastewater department budget. You've all had a copy again. Review it. Any questions at all? Hearing none, could we have a roll call, please?
Thayer is absent. Wilson?
Yes.
Miller, yes. Gutierrez?
Yes.
Secord?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Townsend?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Okay, next we have Resolution 1525, 2016 water rates and fees.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution R15-25 for the 2016 water rates and fees as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported to approve Resolution R1525, 2016 water rates and fees. Everyone up here has had a copy of it. I will just say that the only changes on it is due to the city of Saginaw raising our water rates 24 cents per thousand. We are going to be raising 24 cents per thousand in water rates. And that's just passing along the increase that we had from the city of Saginaw where we buy our water. And the other one was a frozen or damaged meter, went from $60 to $210. Dan, you want to expand on that one a little bit, Rose? Does it matter, they can't be replaced?
That's correct. The meters cannot be replaced or repaired anymore, so they have to replace them with a new meter, so the minimum cost is $210.
Anyone else have any questions? Hearing none, could we have a roll call, please?
Secord?
Yes.
Miller, yes. Thayer is absent. Wilson?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Townsend?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Next, we have a resolution R-1526, annual exemption option on Public Act 152.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution R-15-26 for the annual exemption option of Public Act 152 as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded to approve resolution R-1526, the annual exemption option under Public Act 152. Under Public Act 152, part of one of the requirements that the state has through a governor, and there's certain criteria that we have to satisfy to be exempt from it, and we satisfy that. So the process is then to pass a resolution asking for that exemption. So it's something we've done every year. So. Anyone else have any questions? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Thayer is absent. Williams.
Yes.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Miller, yes. Wilson.
Yes.
Secord.
Yes.
Townsend.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Next, we have Resolution 1527, 2016, wastewater rates and fees. We could have a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution R-15-27 for the 2016 wastewater rate and fees as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported to approve Resolution R-1527, the 2016 wastewater rates and fees. Everyone's had a chance to look at it. Okay, a rate study was done, and to comply with, Rose, help me out with this one, if you would. Are the requirements through
Through the DEQ.
DEQ? Okay.
It's mandated by DEQ.
So basically, it's an increase of 59 cents per 1,000 gallons. Commodity charge. And the residential dwellings will see a $3 per quarter. Ready to serve increase. And then depending on the industrial customers, they'll see the same percentage wise increase. Anyone else have any questions? Anything else we need to explain, Rose? I didn't cover it.
No, you covered it.
Okay, thank you. Hearing none, could we have a roll call, please?
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Miller, yes. Thayer is absent. Wilson.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Secord.
Yes.
Townsend.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Excuse me. Next, we have boards and commissions appointments. Let me just quickly read through them. Most of these are renewals. Downtown Development Authority, 4-year term, Darrell Thayer, Barry Bamberg. Planning Commission, 3-year term, Tom Coates, Mike Tate, and Calvin Williams. Calvin sits on there as a board representative. Board of Appeals, 3-year term, William Cannon, Robert Lick Jr., and Craig Vines. The Flint River Dike and Erosion Control Board, 1-year term, John Sparrow. Hearing Officer, 1-year term, Michael Smith. And the Construction Board of Construction Board of Appeals, 2-year term, Tom Gherkin, Mark Latch, Mike Setzer, get my mouth working here, Pat Peterson, and Sam Plaker. There we go through that. Could I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to adopt the 2016 boards and commissions appointments as presented.
Support.
Thank you. Motion been made and supported to approve the appointments to the boards and commissions. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion carried.
Next, we have the meeting schedule for the boards and commissions for 2016.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2016 Boards and Commissions meeting schedule as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported to approve the schedule for the boards and commissions. Most of these boards now meet on an as-needed basis as opposed to the years past. They met some of them monthly. The DDA meets the second Wednesday of each month. Some are dictated as to when they will have to meet. Board of Review is March 8th and 14th, and the 15th if needed. And for corrections of clerical error, July 16th and December 13th. Other than that, they're pretty much on an as-needed basis. We all set? A motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now, township policies and procedures updates. If I could have a motion, please.
H.
No, I said 8. I have to enunciate. I had
We struck H.
struck H, the closed session, sorry.
I'd like to approve the township policies and procedures updates as presented.
Support.
Thank you. And motion been made and supported to approve the township policies and procedures updates. Rose, did you want to comment on that, please?
Tracy's worked on updating the policies and procedures for a really long time, so thank you, Tracy, for that. She's got a list in your packets that lists the changes, but just kind of recap on some of them, give you a little bit more in detail, and I'm not going to read through all of them because we'll be here for quite some time, but just a couple things to note. Some of the policies have been set in there for quite some time and weren't changed over the years. One of them was changing the language to read biweekly pay. We've done that for several years now. Also, we don't use purchase orders anymore, so that was removed from the policy. Injury, accident reports, changed that just from manager to human resource. Those are turned into Tracy now. Columbus Day was added to the holiday list. So just those kind of things were changed in the policy. To see the whole book, she does have that available, so if you guys want to review any of those, you're more than welcome to. It's just too much to mention tonight.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
Motion is carried.
Next is, excuse me, the administrative staff wage scale updates. I didn't expect that one, did I?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the administrative staff wage scale updates as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Motion been made and seconded to approve the administrative staff wage scale updates. Everyone's had a copy of it and had a chance to go over it. Basically, it's a 2% wage increase for all salary employees. Any other discussion? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Williams,
Yes.
Miller, yes. Bayers, absent. Wilson,
Yes.
Gutierrez,
Yes.
Secord,
Yes.
Townsend.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Okay, moving on, now we have the police department union contract.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to adopt the police department union contract as presented.
I'll support.
Motion's been made and supported to approve or adopt the 2016 through 2020 police contract. Basically, you've all had a copy of the so-called highlights. It's a 5-year contract, 2% wage increase the first year. Subsequent years, there will be discussion about wages and or healthcare costs, and we'll have to go from there and see what happens. In other words, if things are going well, we can take a look at wage adjustments, that kind of thing. Economy goes bad, the monies aren't there, then we have to discuss some other options. So the other is that they were paying approximately 4% for their health care. They're now going to pay approximately 10% for their health care. Any questions? Could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Sampson, Wilson,
Yes.
Miller, yes, Gutierrez,
Yes.
Secord,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Townsend,
Yes.
motion is carried.
Next, we have the Bridgeport Township Employees Association contract.
I'd actually like to move that we not approve this contract at this time.
I'd like to second that.
I mean,
I'd like to make that a motion.
I move that we do not approve that contract at this time.
And I move to second it.
Will that be open for further discussion then?
Yes, we'll discuss it now.
The reason I say that is because we just approved 2% across the board for administrative staff, and we approved the 2% for our police officers. When I look at the highlights, and correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like over half of the staff will be getting nothing, but less than half of the staff will be getting a 4.45% raise. I would move that we revisit that and shoot for much of the same that happened throughout the rest of the township, 2% across the board.
I agree.
Just to give you a little bit of history, initially we came to a tentative agreement. We were told by the union president that the wastewater department employees should get a 4.45% raise. And we were told that the clerical employees and the water department employees were happy that we had increased their wages from temporary status or second tier status to full scale rate. And they did not want a raise, and they were satisfied with that. So that's why you see on there that the wastewater employees would get a 4.45% raise, and the clerical staff in the water department would not be getting a raise. The other issue was that the police department had requested a 5-year contract and accepted that. After initially the contract was turned down by the BCTA, it came back to us, and we were told that they had voted to have or they wanted a 3-year contract as opposed to a 5-year contract. And we had no great opposition to that, so we agreed to that. It was mentioned that they would like cost of living built in, cost of living adjustments each year. And we discussed that we didn't feel that, not knowing as we move forward what the economy was, that we couldn't be guaranteeing cost of living adjustments. Things have been really pretty much status quo every year, but all of a sudden the economy could go in the wrong direction or maybe the right direction, whatever. Cost of living goes up, it could be very costly for us. So part of the agreement there was that, again, like the police association or police contract, that we would talk in October or 30 days prior to October 1st, either party, talking about wages and healthcare costs. So we were presented with a document tonight. Apparently some people aren't quite as satisfied with the outcome of that. So at this point in time, there's a motion on the table to revisit that. Could I have a roll call, please?
Can I ask a question, Rob?
Certainly.
Does that mean that conversations for talks are restarted right again from the beginning? Are we starting over?
No, we would not start over.
Okay.
The issue appears to be the inequity, apparent inequity with the wage increases, and that would be probably the topic of discussion. If there were other things that they wanted to discuss, that would be fine. But, you know, there wouldn't be one item on the table, it could be whatever. So that would be the normal process. Could I have a roll call on the other questions? Could I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Williams?
Yes.
Miller, yes. There is absent. Wilson?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Secord?
Yes.
Townsend?
Yes.
So we will revisit that.
And we will, Rose could make notification to the president of the union of the outcome tonight. Formal notification. Next, we have accounts payable.
I'd like to make a motion to approve checks number 59138 through numbers 59256 in the amount of $331,693.13 as presented.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve checks 59138 through 59256 in the amount of $331,693.13. Everyone's had a copy of the check register. You went over it. Do you have any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, pay the bills. At this point, we'll move into board comments. Heather?
Just regarding the last thing that we just voted on was, I think that our departments work really hard, and I think everybody deserves to feel the love from the township all the way around, and you all deserve it, so I'm glad that we all voted to not approve that. That, and I don't think I've ever gone through my life and not wanted to raise, that was a nice gesture, love department, but, no. I went to the Bavarian Comfort Care today for the ribbon cutting. I was thrilled to see the turnout there, beautiful facility, proud to have that here. And Merry Christmas.
Calvin?
Merry Christmas. And I was also at the Bavarian Comfort Care event, and that is a very beautiful facility. If you get a chance, you may want to stop by there. It is a welcome addition to the community, and I think probably going to pay great dividends. I'm moving in that direction in terms of age, so I may need that facility, not too long from now. Thanks again.
Ronnie?
Well, I'm also glad that we're revisiting that. I want increases in pay and wages to be fair to everybody, and I'm not sure that is exactly what was going on. And if I'm wrong, well, we'll find out when we revisit it, so. And I'd like to say Merry Christmas and to all of you. And I'd also like, I was at the Bavarian Care earlier today also. That is a very nice facility. It's beautiful, it's clean, and everybody's friendly, and it is an addition to our community.
Thank you. Jennifer?
I guess I just kind of want to echo what you guys have already said about the negotiations and in today's economy. I think the fact that our township manager and supervisor and the unions were able to come together and make these raises happen for people is really, really great, and it speaks volumes to how you guys are managing things and making that happen with our budgets and watching every penny. So thank you to you all for all of your hard work in making that happen. And I really hope to see our final negotiation that needs to happen come out the same exact way. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. You give me too much credit when it comes to balancing all that stuff out as Rose and her staff. Basically, I just kind of get the glory occasionally. Jimmy?
Well, it's really important to me that once everything's retabled, I've discussed it with both sides, that no matter what the outcome, I really want to see our people internally, I want to see them get along. When we retable something, it's coming back for another discussion, but we've come a long, long ways because we all support each other. And man, I sure hope that we're not going to let this contract deal until we can get it all sorted out and straightened around. I don't want to see it make everybody go like this, because we've come a heck of a long ways towards working together, and that's really important to me. I do whatever I can for anybody to help them. Everybody out there knows that. So, but I just don't want to see turmoil. And I guess, you know, it's the nature of the beast. I never worked for a union before, so it's hard for me to understand a lot of the things of the talks. I've tried to understand a lot of them, but I just hope that when it's all said and done and the dust is cleared, we can all shake hands and still be a township. That's all.
Thank you. Rose, do you have any?
I have a couple things. I'm not going to touch on what's already been discussed up here, but just so that everybody's aware, in the next 2 weeks, the Quint, the fire truck that was sold to Lyons Township, will be going. Also, the new fire truck is almost complete, so we'll probably see that most likely in the month of January, and they'll give us a definite date as we go forward. The heavy rescue truck is next to be sold or scrapped, whatever's determined on that, so I'll keep you updated on that progress. The water main replacement project that was considered for Southfield Village, we're not going to do that. That will happen in the future, but in part of the water budget, there was like $900,000 budgeted in there, and that is for water main replacement down Tatum Road between Dixie Highway and the railroad tracks. And that'll be the side streets also, which will include like Hidden Lane, Summer, and Wigan, and so forth. So just so that you're aware of that. Grant that the city of Saginaw got on demoing some structures, some properties in the city, stretched out to Bridgeport. We went and met with the city and the county, and we talked when they first applied for the grant for demolition. And we included some places here in Bridgeport that we were hoping that they could add to their list if we were within a certain area of the city. And that has happened. There's been quite a few places that have received demos over in Montana, Kansas, Broadway. And the last one that's happening now that they're working on is the corner of Jim Drive and Tower 9, so we're excited for that. And I know she's really excited. She's been waiting a long time. So just happy that that did stretch out into our community. So just so you guys are aware of that, is through the city and the grant that they got. So also, thank you to Dan and Ruthann for all the work that they did on these budgets. And Pastor Ron Sinclair had us out there a week ago for a nice festivity, and that was really nice. So thank you for inviting some of us out there and some good communication, and that was really nice.
Well,
So,
make next year we'll invite you all.
Yeah, let's do that. And then, Tracy, again, just thank you, because that policy and procedures manual was, I think, well over a year that she's been working on that. It's just on and off, yeah, on and off while she could. It's kind of like, when you could do it, do it. So it's good to see that come to an end. And then, just a reminder that we will have one more meeting in the month of December, just so you don't forget, December 15th, for any budget adjustments or anything before year end. So just a reminder on that. And then that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Just quickly touch on the negotiations. You know, it's no secret that I was a union rep for many years and involved in negotiations. It's rather strange for me sometimes to be sitting on what I think is the wrong side of the table. I'm not used to sitting on that side of the table. But what it comes down to, regardless of where you're sitting at, is to do the best you can for the employees and also for management, in this case, the township. If it's a business, you can't run them out of business by getting too much pay and those kind of things. Have them go bankrupt. The township has a limited amount. We depend on the state for our revenues. So it's still basically the same kind of thing. You're still looking at doing the best you can for the employees while we're doing the best for the residents and the township itself. So we'll get back into those, and I'm sure that we can come up with something that will be satisfactory. The other thing is, I was at the Bavarian Comfort Care. They tried to sign me up for a room today. I don't know why. Maybe like tonight, sometimes my mouth gets going faster than my brain or something, or the other way around.
That's the first time.
Anyway, it was very nice, and be quiet, Jimmy, I'm talking now. It was very nice at the Bavarian Care Facility. It is absolutely gorgeous there. They had a raffle kind of thing where they had, and I got a call today, and I won a Christmas wreath, which is very nice. Also, Johnny Burke was there today and had mentioned that they were going to be raffling off a couple of tickets to the Michael Bolton Christmas concert at the Temple Theater. And my wife has been a big fan of Michael Bolton, and the boy, it's really nice to win those. So when I got here, I said, Rose, hey, they called me and I won a Christmas wreath. And she said, oh yeah, they called me and I won 2 tickets to Michael Bolton. I said, Rose, this is a beautiful wreath. Now I'd be willing to trade it, you know. And I'm still working on that one. We'll go into negotiations. With that, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Motion been made and supported to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all for coming tonight.